Quotes from Gardiner Spring. From the Kindle, Deep Christian Quotes and Bible Verses. First quote. We want our children to be honorable and completely truthful. We want them to be punctual and thorough. But if they hear us extolling these virtues, and know that instead, we bend the truth and are disorganized and careless, will not our conduct trump our teaching? Second quote. Example rules. Do we express careless doubts about the truth of God's Word, and the power of the Gospel? Do we not reverence the Sabbath? Do we neglect regular worship? Are we conformed to this world? Are we careless about joining ourselves to a body of believers? Is our object to be rich, great, and honored by all? If so, will we have any ground for disappointment if our example defeats our instructions? Third quote. We are always acting in the presence of our children, so, let us do it in such a righteous way, that they are enticed to imitate us. Fourth quote. Prepare them for acts of generosity. Show them that it is more blessed to give, than to receive, that there is more pleasure in offering a gift than accepting it, and more lasting joy in the enlarged, generous spirit of the gospel, than the low, groveling spirit of the world. Fifth quote. Children can quickly discover that there are interests greater than their own, and, if they have an enlarged and princely spirit, interests, which they will be happier for investigating. Sixth quote. Let not their grand inquiry be, what is best for me? But, what does my duty require? What does generosity require? What does the spirit of kindness and unselfishness require? What does God require? Seventh quote. To the religious character of our children, everything else ought to be made subservient. Our high privilege is to bring up children in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Whatever others may say or do, Christian parents should choose for their children that good part which shall not be taken from them. To them, everything else should be like dust. Eighth quote. Exhaust the weight and vigor of your effort here. Our children are heirs to immortality. They are creatures of responsibility, and are rapidly advancing to the judgment seat. Soon they will be upon a bed of death from which they will ascend to heaven or descend to hell. To the extent they sought or rejected, followed or despised their great Redeemer. Ninth quote. It is painfully true, that ordinarily, children will not become holy without persevering parents. We cannot expect them to become skillful in the arts, learned in the sciences, or useful in the world without our careful attention. And if we hope to see them become the children of God, they must understand that, in our estimation, their character absorbs and eclipses every other intention of our parental love. Thanks.